Want to welcome everybody to the 2025 10 through 12-year-old softball All-Stars day number 2. I'm Sean Burnett. I've got Kerrigan Baker here with me. We're bringing you Rockcastle County and Jackson County. Up to bat right now, we have number 11, Kylie Larkey for Rockcastle County. Waiting on the first pitch here. And the pitch, little high, ball 1. Little delay in the game right here. We had a coach got here just a little bit late, I believe. Pitch number 2. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-1. Kerrigan, it's a beautiful day out here at Huff Park, isn't it?
It is.
Temperature's about right. Blue skies. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It's number 12, Estridge, on the mound. J.C. Estridge throwing for Jackson County. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Puts 1 out on the board for Jackson County. Rockcastle County is going to bring up number 10, Zoe Murphy. She will be playing at shortstop when they take the field. Moving a little slow, Kerrigan. If she's hot now, just wait until about inning number 3 and see how it feels. It's number 10, Zoe Murphy, at bat. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 out on the board. Top of the first. Jackson County had a very impressive showing yesterday, defeating Tri-Cities. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Checking her play sheet. Wind up. And the pitch. Nice hit over between first and second base. Made it through the hole into center field. She made it safely to first base. No trouble at all. So that's going to put runner on first. 1 out on the board, top of the first. First baseman Amaya Spoonemore is coming up to bat here. And Kerrigan, this is the first time we've seen Rockcastle County. We've seen all of the other teams in the tournament, so this is going to be interesting. Little bit outside, ball 1. Strike 1. Going to be strike 2. Apologize to the official there. I'll wait until his call before I give my call. Two strikes. That one's going to be ball 1. 1-2 count, 1 out on the board. Strike 3. It's going to put 2 outs on the board for Jackson County. That's going to bring up number 8, Callie Fortner. She is the left fielder for Rockcastle County. First pitch, ball 1. Runner on first still. Pitch, strike one, 1-1 count. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's going to put Rockcastle County to bed for the first inning. So at the middle of the first inning, score still 0-0. Jackson County coming up to bat. We'll be right back. We're back. Jackson County up to bat. We've got number 31, Kylie Martin at the plate. Pitch number one is going to be ball one. On the mound, we have Kylie Larkey. Pitch number two, high and outside. This is going to be battle of the Kylies, Kerrigan, don't you think?
Yeah.
Got Kylie Martin at bat and Kylie Larkey pitching. Counts 2-1, no outs. Bottom of the first. Swing and a good hard hit right down the third base line. It stays fair. She goes to first, headed towards second. She's going to round second. Headed toward third. Looks like she's got room. She's headed on home. And she makes it in standing up. That's going to put one on the board for Jackson County. First one to strike with an inside the park home run. It's going to bring up to bat Hannah Gabbard, number 7. Swing and a miss, strike one. Getting her directions from the third base coach. I think those directions, Kerrigan, might be hit the ball. A little bit inside, a little bit high. Ball one, counts 1-1, no outs. Bottom of the first. Wind up in the pitch. Two balls, one strike, 2-1 count. A little bit outside, 3-1 count. Wind up in the pitch. Take your base runner. Going to put Gabbard on first base. Brings up number 12, J.C. Estridge. So bottom of the first, runner on first, no outs. I believe we may have seen Estridge on the pitcher's mound yesterday, didn't we, Kerrigan?
I think we did.
Strike one. Allowed the runner to advance to second. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Strike two. Batter showing just a little frustration. That did allow the runner to make it to third. Little foul tip, popped it right up there on the first base line. Count's going to remain 2-0. Ball got past the pitcher there. Got it back there. So here we go. She's on the mound. Here comes the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, but the catcher missed it. Runner advances to first, and a run comes into home. Runner's headed to second. Making it on around to third. And they're going to stop her at third. So, at the bottom of the first inning, no outs on the board. Jackson County leads 2-0. Runner on third. It's going to bring up number 3, Madeline Messer, to bat, the lefty. The wind-up and the pitch. Swing and a hard hit to right field. Right fielder almost got it. Allows the runner to head towards second. She's going to slide in safely on second. But while that was going on, Estridge made it in, bringing Jackson County's score 3-0 at the bottom of the first inning. Got number 4, Kinley Judd, at bat now. Pitch was high, ball one. Runner on second threatening. Decided to go back. Wind up in the pitch. Beautiful pitch, hits it down third base line. Third baseman, she gets it, pitches it to shortstop. Allows the third base runner to third. Runner's headed on in. Makes it in standing up. Jackson County leads 4-0 with a runner on third. That's going to be an RBI, I believe, Kerrigan, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to bring up number 8, Tilly Truitt. Another one we saw on the pitcher's mound. In the circle, they don't have a mound. In the circle yesterday. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a hard hit to left field, deep left field. Lets the runner come in from third. Truitt's headed to second. Plenty of time. She's going to make it around to third. And I believe they're going to send her on home. That's going to be an inside the park home run again. Brings the score 6-0. Jackson County leads over Rockcastle County, the bottom of the first inning. Brings up number 11, Marley Coffey, at bat. Wind up in the pitch. A little bit inside, ball one. Wind up in the pitch. A little bit outside, ball two. No outs on the board. Strike one. Two-one count, no outs on the board. Jackson County leads 6-0. Hard hit right down center field, gets over the center fielder's head. Coffey rounds first, starts to go to second, decides to stop on first. That's going to bring up number 10, Hadley Stewart at bat. And the pitch, very high and outside. Runner advances to second, rounds second, looks at third, decides to go back to second. 1-0 count, no outs on the board. Pitch is going to be low and inside. Looked like ball number 2. Allowed the runner to advance to third base. And the pitch. Swing, foul tip. Sends the ball right over the center of the catcher's head. Runner stays on third. 2-1 count. No outs on the board. Jackson County leads 6-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch, swing and a hard hit towards center field. Allows a runner to come in. Runner rounds first, starts towards second, decides she's going to go back and stay on first. But that allows a run to come in. That's 7-0. Number 41, Kaylee Yon at bat now. Low and inside, she swung. Foul ball, though. Made a little contact there, Kerrigan. That's all it takes, though. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike 2. Hits the ball straight to shortstop. She's going to make it on the base. We have runners on first and second base right now. No outs on the board. Jackson County leads over Rockcastle County, 7-0, bottom of the first inning. I believe that's number 27, Josie Scalf at bat. Pitch is high and inside, ball 1. Runner on second, threatened to go to third, decided she didn't want any part of that, wanted to go back home. Go back to second, she's headed home. Pitch is high. Catcher lets it get by her. It's going to allow runners to advance to second and third now. 2-0 count. And the pitch. Hit the batter. So that's going to give us bases loaded with number 22. That's number 22, Carmen Yon. Bases loaded, no outs. Swinging a hit right down the center of the field. It's going to allow 1 run in, 2nd run in. Runners on first and second. Scores 9-0 now. Jackson County leads over Rockcastle. This is going to bring us back to the top of the lineup. Number 31, Kylie Martin. Runners on first and second, no outs. Swing and a hard hit toward left field. She almost got it, but it's going to allow runner to head on home. Runners on second and third now. Jackson County leads 10-0, bottom of the first. It's going to bring up number 7, Hannah Gabbard. No outs. Runners on second and third. And the pitch. Swing and a hard hit into left field. Going to allow 1 score. Second runner comes in. Gabbard rounds third. Looks like she's coming home. And she's going to make it standing. 13-0, bottom of the first. Jackson County leads over Rockcastle County. Number 12, J.C. Estridge, swing and a miss, strike one. Hard hit into left field. She's going to make it to first, round first. Passes second, headed to third. She's going to round third, and she's going to head on in. That's going to be 14-0, Jackson County. And that's going to bring up number 3, Madeline Messer to bat. This is the lefty. Here's the pitch. Swing and a hard hit to center field. Center fielder almost got it. She touched it. It's going to allow Messer. She's going over first. She's rounding second. She's moving. She's got the afterburners on. It's going to stop it at third, though. It's going to bring up number 4, Kinley Judd to bat. Swing and a hit over the right fielder's head. Judd makes it around first, headed to second. She's going to round second and head toward third. And they're going to stop her at third. 1 out on the board. And that's going to bring up, I think, number 8, Tilly Truitt, one of the pitchers from yesterday. She got a hard hit into left center, but they called timeout. Looks like the runner on third is left early. It's going to bring 2 outs on the board. Swing and a hard hit to center field. Tilly's going to round first. She's headed to second. Going to come around. They're going to stop her on third. They're going to stop her right on third there. That's going to bring up number 11, Marley Coffey at bat. That's runner left early on third. That's going to be out number 3. That's going to take us to the top of the second inning. Seeing a lot of good sportsmanship going on here today. We'll be back after this. As we go into the top of the second inning, we've got number 13, Ely Watson, the right fielder, coming up to bat. We've got Tilly Truitt in the pitcher circle right now. Wind up in the pitch. Ball one. 1-0 count. Wind up in the pitch. Right down the middle. Strike one. 1-1 count. No outs on the board. Strike two. 1-2 count. No outs. Top of the second. Jackson County leads over Rockcastle County 14-0. Well, she swung. They said she did commit, so that's going to be strike three. That puts one out on the board. One down. That's going to bring up number 9, Addie Carter, the second baseman.
And better late than never, right?
I didn't notice.
Better late than
I'm
never.
going to hand these papers over to the professional here.
Professional.
We've got number 9, Addie Carter at bat. Strike one.
Okay.
We're at the top of the second, as I'm sure you know.
Yes, I apologize for everybody for being a tad late here. Had a little birthday party for myself. Still have some icing in my beard, so.
Daryl wants to know if you brought him some watermelon.
I did not.
Strike two.
I did not. So here we go. It is 14-0 in the top of the second inning.
Yes.
Jackson County is leading this one. And, Sean, what I venture to say, my guess is strike three on Addie Carter, is that Jackson County has been impressive here again early on in this one.
They have.
That brings up just two down in the inning, and that will bring up number 7, Zarina Harris, who is playing third for us tonight. She steps in. Tilly Truitt's on the mound again. She pitched last night for Jackson County. First pitch is in there, strike one. Rockcastle looking to get something on the board this inning. Truitt gets her sign, peers in. Here comes a pitch. Swung on, foul tip, backing out of play, welcoming me into the booth by trying to hit me up here.
Yep. Turned out to be a beautiful day. It's a little bit cooler today than it was yesterday. Still hot.
I mean, it's about 9,000 degrees, but yesterday it was 9,001 degrees.
That's exactly right.
It was better. 1 degree. You know, that's what I do. That's what I do, Kerrigan. Here comes the 0-2 in. It's in there, strike three, and that'll do it for Rockcastle County as Jackson County will be up to bat when we come back here in the middle of the second inning on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome back. Bottom of 2, stepping in now for Jackson County was our player of the game from last night, number 11, Marley Coffey. Gave a great interview. First pitch is in there, and it's a little high and outside, ball 1. One of the things I was impressed with, Sean, last night when we did those interviews, you're talking to kids that are 10, 11, 12 years old, and normally you do not expect them to be very well spoken. There's some nerves there.
Oh, yeah.
All the girls that we interviewed last night did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
They did a very good job. 1-0 to Marley. Pitch is high again. That'll be ball number 2. It's been another great day for this tournament that's going to be ongoing tomorrow, Monday,
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Pitch low in the dirt, ball 3. Yeah, a lot of action going on in this tournament.
Mikey, how were those bologna sandwiches yesterday?
Pretty good.
They said they were good. And you had 11 of them yesterday?
He gives them 5 stars. Pitch comes, and it is way high inside. She takes a swing at it and misses. That'll be
Mikey said he gives 1 star for each sandwich he ate.
So 11 stars.
11
total.
stars.
Yeah. 3 balls, 1 strike to Marley Coffey. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 2. Jackson County leads 14-0. Pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. Count goes full. Count goes full. Another good crowd. I noticed a lot of people are sitting out under the shade, which seems to be that's a pretty smart decision.
We're kind of in the shade right now.
Yeah, we are, and I got this fan next to me. 3-2 coming. Tying outside. That'll be ball 4, and Marley Coffey will be the leadoff runner on base for Jackson County. That will bring up number 10, Hadley Stewart, our other player of the game last night. Hadley had an inside-the-park home run. So that was the first one she's ever hit, inside-the-park home run. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
We had a few of them last inning.
Runner on first, nobody out. Here comes the pitch, way inside. Marley Coffey's going to take off and go to second. She will be safe standing up. So now runner in scoring position, nobody out for Jackson County and Hadley Stewart up to the plate. Honestly, and this doesn't take away from any of the other teams that we saw last night, but Jackson County had one of the more impressive performances we saw last night.
Yeah, I mean, let's just
hit it in the air, third baseman underneath it, and she makes the catch. Good catch there by the third baseman, Zarina Harris. That'll 1 out for Jackson County, and that's going to bring up number 41, Kaylee Yon. No, they had a really impressive performance last night.
I was going to say, we've done more than just this softball tournament together, Andrew, the two of us. And
pitch is hit hard, ripped down the third base line. That's going to roll all the way to the fence. 1 run's going to score. Kaylee Yon's rounding first, going to second. She's going to round second, going to third. Pitch goes in. She's going to go around third, and she's heading for home, looking for an inside-the-park home run of her own, and she'll get it. 2 runs on the board, and that makes it 16-0. Jackson County. Heck of a hit there by Kaylee Yont. She rips that down the third base line. That was fantastic. That will bring up number 27, Josie Scalf. So what was you saying? You've done a lot.
Jackson County is one of the more impressive teams we've seen all around this year that we've been doing.
Period. As that pitch is hit in the air, that might get down. Center fielder gets underneath it. She can't make the catch. Scalf is going to round first, going to second. It's going to be a hard time beating the throw, but she does. And now she's going to third. She's going to continue to press the issue. Throws over to third base. And she will be safe there on third. That's going to be a triple for Josie Scalf. And that will bring up number 22, Carmen Yont. I mean, we've done middle school. We've done high school. We've done Little League. One thing I can tell you is this Jackson County team is towards the top of impressiveness that
and
we've
they're fun
seen.
to watch, too. They're just
fun
out there having a good time. They're fun.
Pitch coming. Ball 1. Nah, I mean, you could probably throw them in a high school regional tournament and they could make some noise. Not win it, but make some noise, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Well, one of the things that you can tell about this team is that, they've been really well coached. They've talked about playing together for a long time. Fundamentally, they're really good. We see them take infield. The ball don't really get past them. They good throws. It's just and they 4 or 5 girls that can go up there and pitch as that ball's hit on the ground. Little swing and bunt there by Carmen Yont, and she's going to be safe on first and has drove in another run. That'll make it 17-0. Yeah, I mean, last night they threw 4 different pitchers
Yeah.
And all of them were great. They've already thrown 2 tonight.
Yep.
So,
And they've been great.
and they've been great. 17-0 is the score. 1 out, bottom of 2. 1 runner on first. Pitch coming. It's outside.
It's going to allow the runner to
gonna
make it. She's on
scoot
second.
Down to second in scoring position. It's going to bring up number 31, Kylie Martin for Jackson County. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch coming. Top. Yount's going to take off to third, and she's going to get there. No questions asked. Martin will step back in. Here comes a pitch to Martin. Swung on a miss. It gets past the catcher, and Carmen Yount's going to walk in. So she was around the bases pretty quickly, and that makes our score 18-0. Two-one count to Martin. She'll step back in here. Pitch coming. Swung on, hit hard to third base. Third baseman, nice play. It's going to be a tough throw to make, and Martin beats out the throw. Nice play there by that third baseman to make that play, and a pretty good throw, but Martin's pretty quick on the base paths. That'll bring up number 7, Hannah Gabbard. First pitch coming. Swung on, hit over the shortstop's head. Martin will go to
She's
second.
been a couple inches taller there.
Martin's going to try for third. She's got it. And that puts Gabbard at second. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Jackson County. That's going to bring up number 12, J.C. Estridge, to the plate. And so Jackson County's going to run the runner off third. And then pitch is coming to Estridge. Pitch high. Yeah, Jackson County was okay, and Jackson County just runs off base there, just getting that in and over, and you know, honestly, good sportsmanship.
Oh yeah,
there
definitely
by Jackson County. So we will come back. It's going to be the top of the third. 3 outs left for Rockcastle County. They trail in this one 18-0. We'll be right back here on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome back. Top three. First pitch is low and outside. Ball number 1. Madeline Messer's on the mound now for Jackson County. The lefty step in, third pitcher of the day. Annabelle Phelps stepping under the plate here for Rockcastle County. First pitch, or second pitch, sorry, swung on a miss. Strike number 1, 1-1 count. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on a miss, strike 2. And Madeline's another one there. When it hits the glove, you hear the pop. 1-2 count.
And this is another pitcher.
Yeah. Pitch on its way. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 3 strikes in a row, and that'll be the first out of the inning for Rockcastle County. That's going to bring up number 14, Taylon Thompson.
You know, a lot of times in the younger age groups, you see the batters scared of a pitcher like this. It's not until you get experience that you realize that fast pitch is how you get your home run hit.
Yeah. Messer will peer in. First pitch coming. Swung on a miss, strike 1. One of the things that you'll notice about Jackson County's pitchers, they just throw strikes.
Yeah.
Just throwing strikes. And so 0-1 count to Thompson. She's peering over to, Messer's peering over to get her sign. Here comes the 0-1. She lobbed that up there. It's a ball, 1-1.
She knew she messed up on that one as soon as she let it go. You can see it on her face.
Swinging a miss, strike 2. She found her speed back on that one.
Yeah.
Had some velocity on it. 1-2. 1 out. Pitch coming. Swing a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Madeline Messer and 2 down for Rockcastle County. That will bring us to the top of the lineup. The pitcher number 11, Kylie Larkey. First pitch coming. Swung a miss, strike 1. Messer's strike after strike after strike after strike with velocity. Everything's got pop on it. There comes the 0-1. Swung a miss, strike 2. High and outside, but Larkey chased. So she finds herself down quickly to 0-2. This would be the last pitch of the game if Larkey's unable to do anything here for Rockcastle. 0-2. Swung a miss, strike 3. Tagged out, third out of the inning, and I think that will do it. Jackson County defeats Rockcastle County 18-0, and Jackson County finds themselves quickly 2-0 in this tournament. And if we take a look at the bracket, do we have the bracket?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the bracket real quick and see where that puts us.
Take me just a second to find it. Here we go.
So Rockcastle will now play Harlan. Jackson County will now play Harlan.
Tomorrow.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. So Jackson County will play Harlan tomorrow at 3 o'clock in what is likely to be one of the best games of the whole tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Rockcastle County is actually going to go down, and they'll play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So
they'll play the winner of the next game, Hazard Perry and Tri-City.
Yeah. So nice win there by Jackson County as they are moving on to the semifinals practically and with no loss yet. They've not lost a game. And so they're 2-0, and they'll move on to play Harlan, like we said, in one of the more anticipated matchups in this tournament. So we will take a break, and then I'll likely come back here with our players of the game. Jackson County wins this one 18-0 over Rockcastle County. We'll be right back on Eastern Broadcasting. welcome back. We are now here with our players of the game. First from Rockcastle County, I have the pitcher, number 11, Kylie Larkey, with me here. Kylie, the game didn't really turn out the way that you guys wanted to, but, you know, was it fun getting to go out on the field and play some softball today?
Yes.
How long have you been playing softball?
Basically my whole life.
Okay, so, like, do you love it? Scale 1 to 10, how much do you love softball?
8.
8? Why is it not a 10?
I don't know. I don't get to play a lot.
Okay, so, like, is anything in your life a 10, like you love it? Do you play any other sports?
Basketball.
Okay, so basketball's a 10. What position you play in basketball?
Usually point guard or post.
Okay, that sounds good. How long have you guys and this team been playing together?
This first year.
This is your first year, okay? So have you guys noticed that, like, as you play together a little bit longer, you guys start to get better and grow a little bit? Okay, well, it was great watching you play today, and I always like to ask a funny question. So last question I ask you, who is the funniest player on your team?
Tay.
Tay?
Catcher.
Okay, all right, why do you think she's funny for?
I don't know.
Okay.
She's just funniest on the team.
Just makes you laugh. All right,
Yeah.
well, listen, good game.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on with us, and now you can go ahead and hand the headset off. Thank you. Next, I have the center fielder, number 12, Annabelle Phelps. Annabelle, was it fun to get to come out here and play some softball today?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you been playing?
6 years.
You've been playing 6 years. Okay, do you love softball?
Yeah.
Okay, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much?
9.
Now, why is it not a 10? You don't know? Do you play any other sports? What other sports do you play?
Basketball.
Basketball. Let me ask you this, Annabelle. It's summer break. Do you have any big plans for the summer? You don't have any big. Do you miss going to school?
No.
Why not? Well, listen. Have you noticed that the longer you play with your team, you guys are getting better? Like, what's it going to take for you guys just to continue to get better?
Practice.
Just more practice. Do you look forward to continue to play with the rest of your friends?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So I ask you the same question I asked Kylie. Who do you think is the funniest player on your team?
Zoe.
Zoe. Why Zoe?
She's funny.
She's just funny. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Annabelle. It was good watching you play. Good luck the rest of the way, and thanks for coming in to interview with us. Thank you. That was our 2 players of the game from Rockcastle County, Riley Larkey and Annabelle Phelps. Thank them for coming on. Kylie Larkey. I'm sorry, I said Riley. Kylie Larkey and Annabelle Phelps. That was on me. Okay, now I have with me player of the game from Jackson County, number 7, Hannah Gabbard. Hannah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Did you have fun today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you guys, honestly, I will tell you this. We've watched you all last night. We watched you today. You guys are extremely impressive. Like, you all have a really good softball team. It's fun watching you all play.
Thank you.
How long have you all been playing together?
Probably about 7 years.
7
maybe?
years. Okay.
Or 8,
So,
something
like,
that.
do you play any other sports besides softball, or is it just, like, all softball all the time?
Well, we do softball and basketball.
Okay,
Most
so
of us
which
do.
one do you like better?
Softball.
You
all
like
the way.
softball? It's
Yeah.
like softball's your life, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I asked some of your teammates last night on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love softball?
10.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you think you guys can win the whole thing?
Absolutely.
So, like, are you guaranteeing it, or?
Pretty sure.
Okay, you feel pretty good. No,
Yeah.
you are really good. It's been fun watching you guys play. I also asked some of your teammates this last night. I'm going to leave this question with you. Last question. Who on your team would you trust with your life?
Kinley Judd, absolutely.
Why?
Because she's been my best friend for years.
Okay, good friend?
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, you all play again tomorrow, I think at 5 o'clock. I think. I'm right. Good luck, and it's been really fun watching
Thank
you
you
guys
so
play.
much.
Good job. That was one of our players of the game, number 7, Hannah Gabbard. And up next, we have number 3, Madeline Messer. Do you got Madeline or Maddie?
Maddie.
Okay, Maddie, you pitched awesome. You played great. Let me ask you one thing. So you were pitching at the end, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what happened with the pitch where you just kind of lobbed it up there like it was a completely different throwing motion? Can you tell me what happened?
It's called a Chinese changeup.
Okay, did it do what you was wanting it to do?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I hadn't seen that before. That was new to me. Now, your teammate just said that she felt like you guys can win the whole thing. Do you think that you can win the whole thing?
Yeah.
Feeling good about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going to play, I think, Harlan tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I asked your teammate this. I asked you this as well. How long have you been playing softball?
Like 7 years.
Something's wrong with our mics. Something's wrong. I can't hear well. Okay, now we're back. Sorry. So you've been playing how long?
7 years.
7 years. Do you play anything else?
No.
No, this is it. All softball all the time. All right. So you pitch. What other positions do you play?
Anywhere except
it-
for catcher.
Why not catcher?
I don't like playing
No,
catcher.
it's not. I wouldn't like it either. Just too much, kneeling down all the time probably hurt your knees. That wouldn't be good. Do you guys, you won this game in 3 innings today. Which was a more fun game for you guys to play? The game last night or the game today?
This game.
Why for?
I hit a lot better than last game.
Okay, and yeah, you all have been extremely impressive. So thank you for coming up and joining us. Do you agree with her, who she picked as the person that you would trust the most with your life?
Not really.
So who would you trust with your life?
Kylie Martin.
Why for?
Because she was my first ever best friend on this team.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, good luck to you guys. Thank you for coming up and interviewing with us, and good luck tomorrow. I really enjoyed watching you all play.
Thank you.
Thank you. Give you a fist bump. And that was Maddie Messer and Hannah Gabbard. We thank them for coming up and interviewing with us. We'll be back here for the second game of our doubleheader today. We will have Hazard Perry versus Tri-Cities. We'll be right back here on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome in live to the second of our Little League All-Star doubleheader. I'm Andrew Williams. I have Sean Burnett next to me, and we have a matchup of two teams that are trying to stay alive. The Tri-City All-Stars face the Hazard Perry All-Stars. The winner of this game will move on in this double elimination tournament, and the loser will unfortunately
Go home.
go home. So it's winner go home here in the second.
No, it's loser go home. Winner progresses.
No, it's win or go home, because if you lose,
okay.
you do go home.
I thought you said winner.
No, win
okay.
or go home. And so Hazard Perry is going to come out here first. Number 2, Kendall Jones will be at the bat. Izzy Pendleton is on the mound for Tri-City. First pitch. It is low, ball 1, 1-0. This should be a good one, Sean. 1-0 pitch coming to Kendall. Swung on, it's hit on the ground. It's going to roll foul just barely. Evens up the count 1-1. Yeah, Sean, this should be a pretty good one.
Yeah, they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. The Hazard Perry team got out to a lead against the Harlan All-Stars last night. The Harlan All-Stars just kind of came roaring back. Tri-City struggled against a very, very good Jackson County team who's moving on to play Harlan tomorrow. Pitch in there, strike 2. So 1-2 count to Kendall Jones. We'll see how both of these teams respond, especially with the pressure, knowing that, you've got to win here. 1-2 pitch coming from Izzy. It's low, evens up the count at 2-2. It's been a great event so far. We've had some good games, good matchups. Kids have all been great. It's been fun. It's really well ran, really well organized.
Seen a lot of good sportsmanship too. It's not had any problems at all.
Kendall stays alive there with a foul tip hit back behind the plate. Yeah, no, it's been great. Coaches have all been great. It's always a fun event, especially when you can highlight young people and giving them the chance to play, and you guys allow you guys to watch them at home. 2-2 pitch coming in there, strike 3. Good pitch by Izzy Pendleton, out number 1, and now stepping to the plate will be number 13, Eliza Combs, the lefty. As Eliza pitched last night. We'll see if she's back on the mound tonight. First pitch coming. Swung on, hit foul. Nice cut. Just fouls it off. She's choking up on her bat there. She'll step back in. Really, this game and a lot of these games are contingent upon, balls hit out to third base. Good play with third baseman. Throws over to first is late. Good job running that out. Eliza Combs, and she's going to be safe on the infield single. What I was going to say, Sean, is a lot of this game is contingent upon who can get the most runners on base. And I know that's really simplistic, but, if you draw walks and just get people on, we've seen the number of stolen bases that have occurred over the 3 games that we've done so far, and how big of a difference it makes.
Definitely.
Pitch coming in, swung on, hit on the ground, foul. Number 6, Autumn Combs, comes up to the plate. So runner on first, 1 out, 0-1 count.
I'm noticing – yesterday we noticed Tri-City, we said they had a lot of patience, and they were really waiting on that perfect pitch. Hazard's out here swinging. If it's close, they're swinging, which it's a strategy that works also.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yeah, I mean, there's two sides to the coin. On one side, you wait for the perfect pitch, and as that one's lined out, that's going to get through the gap there, and runner's going to turn around second, go around third, and it looks like Hazard Perry's going to put their first run on the board, and it's going to be a triple for Autumn Combs as Eliza Combs crosses home plate, and Hazard Perry jumps out to a 1-0 lead on the triple. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 different sides of the coin there is what I was saying. If you draw those long at-bats, possibility of some wild pitches being thrown and draw some walks, but then, if you see a strike early on, you go out and get it and see if there's a way you can get on just by hitting the ball and putting it to where the fielders are not. Ball's low, 1-1. So runner on third, 1 out. Hazard Perry leads Tri-City 1-0. Cashlin Bailey at the plate now. Pitch coming. Swung and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2.
That was a hard swing, too.
Yes, it was. As Pendleton fakes over to third. Combs will retreat. 1-2. 1 out. Pitch coming. Outside, ball 2. Evens up the count there at 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung a miss, strike 3, second strikeout of the inning for Pendleton. And she bounces back after giving up the triple. That's going to bring up number 11, Danielle Fields, to the plate. Hazard Perry still threatening here with a runner on third and 2 outs. Fields trying to drive them in. Here comes the first pitch from Pendleton's high and outside, ball 1. Comes the 1-0. It's high, ball 2. Good eye by Fields. Laying off of that one. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Two 1 pitch coming. Swung and a miss, strike 2. Fields chased that one, evens up the count at 2-2. Pendleton looking to get out of a jam. Hazard Perry trying not to strand any runners on base. Here comes the 2-2. Ball 3, full count, 3-2. Good eye there by Fields. 3-2 on the way. Swung and a miss, strike 3. Pendleton strikes out 3 but gives up 1 run. Hazard Perry strands a runner on third. It's the middle of the first inning. Hazard Perry leads 1-0. We'll be right back here on Eastern Broadcasting. Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning, Hazard Perry leads Tri-City 1-0. Once again, it's going to be Eliza Combs on the mound for Hazard Perry. She pitched a good one last night. Started off very well. Harlan started to connect on some hits, and that changed the projection of the game around, but Eliza still pitched a very good game. Up first for Tri-City is going to be the catcher, number 2, Harper Blair, batting lead off for Tri-City. First pitch from Combs is in the dirt, ball 1.
If you watch this pitcher, she has a really, really low and unique stretch to start off.
She does, yeah. Ball's low, ball 2. And each pitcher that we've seen has kind of a different rhythm, do different things to get into rhythm on that windup. But, I mean, we've seen for their age just some really, really solid pitching here at this tournament. Ball's outside, ball 3. Blair quickly has a hitter's count, 3-0. Pitch on the way. Swung on. It's hit in the air. It's going to be in foul territory, but Hazard Perry's not able to get it. So it'll be 3-1. Blair will step back in. If you're Blair here, you're probably wanting to make Combs throw you a strike. 3-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Second baseman there. Nice field. Throw over to first. That's out number 1 for Tri-Cities. Good job there. That was number 11, Danielle Fields, that scooped that ball up, quickly threw it to first. It's going to bring up number 13, Peyton Sherman for Tri-City. First pitch. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul tip, strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. That'll be strike 3. Ball hits the ground. They'll throw over to first. It's going to be out number 2. Out number 2 on the end. That's going to bring up number 11, Natalie Pendleton. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1, 2 outs, 1-0. Hazard Perry leads. Pitch on the way. It's hit in the air. Nice contact there. Center fielder runs under it, makes the catch. So a 1, 2, 3 inning there for Tri-City. We'll come back for the top of the second inning. Hazard Perry leads 1-0 right here on the Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network. Welcome back. Top 2. Hazard Perry leads 1-0. Stepping up to the plate will be number 14, Kenzie Van Zandt. Pitch on its way. It's going to hit her. Kenzie Van Zandt quickly to first base.
That young lady didn't flinch.
Yeah, she didn't move. That didn't bother her a bit. So now that'll be a quick runner on base for Hazard Perry. That's going to bring up number 25, Brayley Campbell. Hazard Perry looking to tack on another run here in the second inning. They lead this one 1-0. See if Pendleton can get her control back. Pitch coming. Swung and a miss. Strike 1. She's going to take off. Runner's going to be safe at second. So a stolen base there for Van Zandt. Throw was a little high coming from Blair behind the plate. 0-1 count. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position for Hazard Perry. Pitch on its way. It's in there. Good pitch by Pendleton. That was right down Broadway. 0-2, pitchers count. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 pitches. Runner's going to third. Good throw there by Blair, and they got her in a pickle, and they'll tag her, and that's a double play. Nice job there for Tri-City. The strikeout, and then Blair made a good throw and caught Van Zandt running there between bases. So now 2 outs here in the top of the second, and that is going to bring up number 15, Kaylee Hubbard.
I think the Tri-City players thought that was 3 outs. I did also. It was not.
It was, in fact, not. Hubbard using the bright pink bat. I like it's a cool looking bat. Comes a pitch. It's outside, ball 1. 1-0. Hubbard steps back in. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Pendleton's found her groove a little bit here in this inning. Comes a 1-1. Right down Broadway, strike 2, good pitch. 1-2. Pendleton looking to get out of this inning quickly. Here comes a 1-2. It's in there, strike 3. Great pitching by Pendleton. Good job behind the plate by Blair. Nothing doing for Hazard Perry. It's the middle of the second inning. Hazard Perry leads 1-0. We'll be right back here on the Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network. Bottom of 2. Izzy Pendleton will be at the plate. First pitch is in there, low, ball 1. Pitcher Izzy Pendleton, one of our players the game last night, comes up to the plate. He's pitched well so far. Combs peers in, pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Combs. It's low and outside, ball 2. 2-1. Comes the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, evens up the count 2-2. Pendleton chased a little bit on that one. 2-2 count, 1-0 game, no outs, bottom of the second inning. Comes the pitch. Tie. We go full count, 3-2. Comes the pitch. Slow in the dirt. And Izzy Pendleton will lead off and get on base for Tri-City as they look to make some noise here in the bottom of the second inning. It's going to bring up number 17, Carly Hubbard. Possibly.
I believe so.
Here comes Carly. So leadoff runner is on base for Tri-City, and Carly Hubbard will step in. Looking to get something done here. First pitch come to Carly. It's outside, ball 1. Pendleton leads off from first base just a little bit. Makes the catcher think about it, but retreats and goes back. 1-0 pitch. It's hit hard. She was out in front of it, though, and pulls it foul. That was a hard hit ball by Hubbard, but she was just way early on that one.
That one did go over the fence, just the wrong fence.
Yeah. I mean, she hit it
but
well.
But it was close to going over the right fence.
She hit it right on the button there, but just pulled it early. So 1-1, pitch coming. Swung on, hit again, this time a little bit late, and that one's going to go foul. So 2.
Working on getting that timing
Yeah,
worked
she
out.
one early, one late. She's going to get this one perfect. Here comes the 1-2 to Hubbard. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball hits the dirt. Hubbard can run. Catcher's going to try to throw it over to first. She is out, but the runner, Izzy Pendleton, goes to third. So I believe the runner was out. Yeah, so that's how the runner was out. Good throw there by the catcher. But Izzy Pendleton goes to third, and Tri-City is threatening here with 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd inning to tie this game up. And Leaue Welch, the shortstop, steps in. Big moment here for Tri-City as they look to even this thing up. Here comes the first pitch. It's in there, strike 1, good pitch by Combs. 0-1. That was high. Pendleton's going to come home. She tosses it to home plate.
Did she get
Pendleton gets tagged, and man, that was close. That was a good slide by Pendleton, but a great play by Hazard Perry. Catcher quickly gets back there and throws it over to Combs, and that'll be the 2nd out of the inning.
It was about as close as you could get, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that was a great job by Autumn and Eliza Combs there. Pitch coming. Strike. So 2 down now. Missed opportunity for Tri-City. Pitch on its way. It's low. Pitch coming. It's in there. Strike number 3. 3 outs, nothing doing. Tri-City threatens but cannot get a runner to cross the plate. Hazard Perry still leads this one 1-0. We'll be right back here on your Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network. Top 3, Hazard Perry leads 1-0. Now 7 to the plate will be number 7, I think, Haley Turner. First pitch coming. It's in there, strike 1, good pitch by Pendleton. Catches the inside of the plate. It's been a close one so far. Pitchers duel, 1-0. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Turner quickly down 0-2. Pitch coming. Just missed on the outside corner. 1-2. 1-2 pitch coming. In the dirt, evens up the count here at 2-2. Two-two count, nobody out. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the inning. Pendleton struck out several here early on in this one. Next up, they'll be back to the top of the lineup. It'll be number 2, Kendall Jones. She struck out in her first plate appearance. First pitch to Kendall. Swung on, hit on the ground. Nice play by Pendleton. Picks it up, throws the first, and got her. That is a fantastic play by Izzy Pendleton. That was a hard hit ball by Jones, and Pendleton just stuck her glove out and got it, knocked it down, and then a great throw over to first. 2 down, and a fantastic job there from the glove of Pendleton. That'll bring up the pitcher, number 13, Eliza Combs. Pitch is high and inside, ball 1. Impressive play there, Sean.
It was. I mean, she stopped the ball.
Yeah.
Fumbled the ball and still had enough attitude to get the ball to first base in time.
1-0 pitch is high. It goes to 2-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss. High and inside. Strike number 1. Combs chased that one just a little bit.
With power behind that swing, though, if she'd got it, it would have been in the Justice Center.
2-1. Swung on, hit in the air. That's going to get down. That's a little blooper. Stays fair. And Combs is going to round first, going to second. She's going to be safe at second. So nice bit of hitting there. Just hit a little blooper over the third baseman's head, and that was a nice bit of hitting. So a 2-out double there for Eliza Combs, and that'll bring up the catcher, Autumn Combs, up to the plate. Yeah, that was a fantastic bit of hitting. Hit it to where the defense is not. Comes a pitch. It's low. And now Eliza Combs is going to take third, and Hazard Perry is on the doorstep of adding to their 1-0 lead. 1-0 count. Combs steps back in. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Or sorry, swing and it's hit. Fair. I know I said swing and a miss for. It's 1-1.
She really wanted that one. It wasn't really where it needed to be, but she got it.
Evens up the count. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Pendleton can't get to it. She knocks it past the shortstop, and that's going to be an RBI single there for Autumn Combs as Hazard Perry extends their lead. Pendleton tried to make another great grab with the glove, but it hit off the edge of the glove, gets past the shortstop, and Hazard Perry puts another run on the board. Brant number 42, Cashlyn Bailey. Still 2 outs here in top of the third inning. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Combs takes second. Throw by Blair is a little bit late.
It's a long way to throw.
It is, yeah. That's the thing about, you just, once you're able to get base runners, it's really hard for a catcher to try to make that throw. 0-1. It's in the dirt. Good job by Blair keeping that in front of her. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Swung and a miss, strike 2. Pendleton trying to get out of this inning with only 1 run given up. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and miss, strike 3. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But Hazard Perry scores 1. We're in the middle of the 3rd. Hazard Perry leads 2-0. We will be right back. Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning, Hazard Perry leads 2-0. First pitch is low and outside, ball number 1. 7 to the plate now. We have a birthday girl, number 15, Emma Quillen. It is her birthday today, so happy birthday to her. 1-0 pitch coming. Emma trying to make something happen. That'd be a good birthday present, is to put a run on the board for her team. 2-0 to Emma. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1. Two, 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, evens up the count at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike number 3. First out of the inning there for Combs. And now number 12, Kaylee White, will come to the plate. First pitch coming. Tie, ball number 1. Tri-City just having a hard time giving himself opportunities right now. There's nothing really going. Pitch on the way. Swung on, it's hit on the ground. Fields has it at second, throws it over to first, and a routine out for out number 2. There's been a couple of balls that have been hit to Fields at second base, and she's been very solid with the glove there. And so good job by her. 2 outs for Tri-City is now number 5, Ella Creech, second baseman, will come to the plate. First pitch is outside, ball to number 1. 1-0 to Ella. Second pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike number 1. 1-1. Combs looking to get out of this one with a 1-2-3 inning. 1-1. Swung and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. One-two pitch. Just outside, evens up the count at 2-2. We're here at Huff Park. Beautiful day at Susie Moody Field. Come out and join us. We appreciate you tuning in with us, but if you can, make it out here. It's a fun tournament. 2-2 pitch coming, swing and a miss, strike number 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Combs. She's dealing. We'll come back for the top of the 4th inning here on the Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network. Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning. Hazard Perry leads 2-0. Danielle Fields will come to the plate. First pitch was low for a ball, number 1. It's been a pitcher's battle so far. 1-0 pitch, high and outside, ball number 2. Pendleton and Combs have both pitched well this matchup, and it's been just a small difference here in the game. Hazard Perry has a 2-0 lead as I almost flipped me and Sean off the bench here in the press box. Strike number 1 is in there. I don't think Fields locked it, but she's standing way far to the side there in the batter's box. 2-1 pitch is swung on a miss. Strike number 2 evens up the count. Tri-City getting the pitching performance that they needed tonight. 2-2 pitch coming. Swung and a miss. They're swinging and hit to first base. First baseman can't handle it. And Fields is going to be safe on first. She's going to second. And she's going to be safe right there. So leadoff double there for Danielle Fields. And Hazard Perry in business once again. That's going to bring up number 14, Kenzie Van Zandt. Runner on second, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Pitch coming. Right down Broadway. As Pendleton throws a good one. Strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on, hit, back behind the plate. Van Zandt finds herself down to 0-2. I've shot a couple times. It's automatic. I say swing and a miss, and they've been hitting the ball. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Swinging a
hit.
Swinging a hit.
Swung on.
Swinging a tip, I guess.
It's just swung on and hit. 0-2 pitch coming. That's hit hard right to the first baseman. Fields goes. Hazard Perry got lucky there. That was hit right on the button by.
That was a perfect catch.
Yeah, that was hit on the button by Kenzie Van Zandt. One of the harder hit balls of the evening, but good play there by the first baseman, number 12, Kaylee White. And Kaylee White threw it over to the third baseman trying to get Fields napping, but she's able to get back because nobody was on second. So first out of the inning, and that'll bring up number 25, Braylee Campbell. Good play there by Kaylee White over at first base. 1-0 pitch coming, it's low. Good job by Blair blocking that one from getting past her. Campbell ahead in the count, 2-0. 2-0 pitch coming. Swung on, hit. That's going to be right between the gap there. Campbell's going to be on, and here comes Fields around third going to home, and Hazard Perry puts another runner on the board. 3-0 lead after a good bit of hitting there by number 25, Braylee Campbell. And Hazard Perry's extended their lead 3-0. It's going to bring up number 15, Kaylee Hubbard. Both the balls that have been hit here in the inning have been hit right to that first base side. First pitch on its way. It's in there, strike number 1. It's a Hubbard. 1 out, runner over on first. Is number 25, Braylee Campbell. Kaylee Hubbard at the plate. 0-1 pitch coming. It's outside, ball number 1. Braylee and Pendleton were having a stare down there. Comes a 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike number 2. 1-2 count.
That cold water is good.
It is good. 1-2 pitch on its way. It's outside, ball number 2. Blair looks the runner off over at first. Evens up the count, 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike number 3 as Kerrigan tries to take out all of our equipment, and that is the second out of the inning. It's a madhouse up here in the press box. Things are just flying all over the place. Don't know what's happening. But 2 outs there, and now stepping to the plate for Hazard Perry will be number 7, Haley Turner. First pitch in there, strike number 1. Still a runner on first. Blair's going to throw down to second. Good throw there by Blair. Campbell just have to go back. Turner steps back in. That's low in the dirt, gets past Blair, and Campbell's going to second. She's leading off deep. Blair throws the third. Campbell will slide her way right back to second. So pass the ball there. Got another runner in scoring position for Hazard Perry. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. Blair's going to throw down to third again. Nobody to throw back to at second, so Campbell will walk back. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Pendleton trying to get out of the inning. Here he comes. It's low, ball number 1. Blair will throw to third again. They're highly concerned with Brayley Campbell out at second base. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. So Hazard Perry strands 1, but they do get 1 across the plate. They lead this one 3-0. It's the middle of the 4th. We'll be right back here on the Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning. Hazard Perry leads 3-0. Back to the top of the lineup. Nope, sorry, it's not back to the top of the lineup yet. It'll be number 1, Sabrina Cornett for Tri-City. Comes quickly, throws a strike. 0-1. Holds off. Good job there by Cornett laying off of that one. Evens up the count at 1-1. One pitch on the way. It's in there, strike 2. Good pitch by Combs, painting the outside corner. 1-2. Hit in the air. It's down the first base line foul, but a good play there by number 14. Kenzie Van Zant runs over in foul territory, makes that catch. 1 out for Tri-City. Next up to the plate will be number 0, Unique York, playing right field for Tri-City. First pitch to Unique. Tie, ball number 1. Quickly down 2-0 is Combs. Pitch. It's in there, strike number 1. She's like that outside corner, found it again there. Good pitch there to fight back here at 2-1. It's in there, foul tip. Evens up the count at 2-2. Two on the way. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. Unique York strikes out. That is the second out of the inning, and now Tri-City will be back at the top of their lineup with number 2, the catcher, Harper Blair. Okay. Swung on. It's hit in the air. Shortstop underneath it. 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tri-City. We'll come back. It'll be the top of the 5th. Hazard Perry leads 3-0. We'll be right back here on your Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network.
Ibsen.
Welcome back. Top 5. Hazard Perry leads Tri-City 3-0. It'll be top of the lineup here for Hazard Perry. Number 2, Kendall Jones. She hit a ball right on the nose last time, but Pendleton made a great play. First pitch is low in the dirt, ball number 1. It's been a good one so far, Sean.
It has. It's been a good game. We've got a lot of good games left in this tournament.
Oh, yeah. Here comes the 1-0. It's low, ball number 2 to Jones. 2-0. Pitch is low. Jones has a hitter's count, 3-0 here. Pendleton steps back in. Pitch coming. Strike number 1. Jones was taking that the whole way. You could tell if she was looking to get a walk. Let's see if she's got the green light here. 3-1. It's hit hard.
That was a good hit.
Right over the second baseman's head. That's going to the fence.
She's
Jones
fast.
is rounding first, going to second, rounding second, going to third. She might round third and go to the house. They're sending her. Throw comes in from the shortstop. It's going to be wide, and Kendall Jones, and inside the park, home run. Fantastic job there. Great hit. One of the hardest hit balls we've seen in this tournament.
Not just the hit. She took out of home like a rocket.
Yeah, she
knew she was
flying.
coming home.
Yeah. Yeah, she never even hesitated there, rounding second, going to third, and rounding third. So Hazard Perry extends their lead 4-0, and now the pitcher, number 13, Eliza Combs, comes up to the plate. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch in the dirt. Ball 2. Pendleton looks like she's getting a little tired. Some of those pitches have been low here in the 5th. 2-0 pitch in the way. It's low. Ball 3.
You can't help but wonder after a hit like that too. Does that affect your next batter? I mean, you want to do everything you can not to let that happen again.
Well, one of the things I can tell you is that pitch is in there for a strike. One of the things I can tell you is every ball that Kendall Jones has hit tonight has been hit hard. She hit that one straight to the pitcher last time, so she's kind of been waiting on it as that ball is high, and Eliza Combs will march down to first. So Hazard Perry still in business, and it looks like Tri-City might change pitchers. They're going to. It's the first pitching change that we've seen for Tri-City in this tournament. They're going to bring on number 11, Natalie Pendleton. She'll get a couple pitches to warm up here. This is one of those times for, Tri-Cities. The bats have not really been going for them today. They're going to really need to try to get out of this inning without another run given up because if Hazard Perry can put a couple up on the board, it's going to be hard for Tri-City to get themselves back into this game. All right, so Pendleton is ready. That'll bring it to the plate. Number 6, Autumn comes. Autumn singled in an RBI. Her last time at the plate.
I believe she's the catcher, isn't she?
Yes, so you have Eliza Combs over on first. Autumn Combs at the plate. Nobody out, 4-0 lead. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Blair drops it out of her glove, and Combs slides in there to second.
I believe he said she got a piece of it there.
Oh, okay.
Foul ball.
Yeah, foul ball. So 0-1. Swung on, hit foul once again. Eliza Combs is asking, how many times I got to run to second and run back to first? I'm trying to go. 0-2 count here to Autumn Combs. 0-2 on the way. Swung on, hit to the pitcher. Pitcher throws it over to first base. That'll be out number 1. They do advance the runner there. Eliza Combs marches to second. So runner in scoring position, 1 out. And that is going to bring up number 42, Cashlyn Bailey. We'd like to thank all of you all for tuning in here with us. We'd like to thank the people that brought us out here to stream this. And, of course, all of our sponsors that we will go over momentarily. First pitch is in there to Cashlyn Bailey is a ball. If you want to get your tires somewhere, where should you get them, Sean?
Black Bear Tire, without a doubt.
Of course. You go to Black Bear Tire. Thank you, Black Bear Tire, for sponsoring us. 1-0 pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike number 1. And then after you get your tire and you're like, man,
like to go swimming.
I want to go swimming, right? Like fencing.
I'm not a swimming guy though, but I am a spa guy.
Well,
a hot tub
but
guy.
here's the good thing about this place is as that hits the batter, and so Castle and Bailey will go to first. Even if you need spa help, fencing help, pool help, all of it, you can go to J&J Fencing and Pools.
Located on Suki Ridge in Baxter.
Exactly. For all your pool and spa and fencing needs, J&J Fencing and Pools is the place to be. Next up to the plate will be number 11, Danielle Fields. Runners on first and second, 1 out. First pitch to Fields. It's in there, strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch coming. Swing and miss, strike 2. Both runners going. Blair throws the third. Slide. Good slide. She gets back up. She's heading home. And she is out. She hit the ball there on her way home. So, runner is out. Second out of the inning. Runner does advance to third. So 2 down. Swing and a miss. That's strike number 3. The throw down to first is in time. That'll be out number 3. That was out number 3, wasn't it? I don't know what's happening. I thought that was out number 3.
I think that was. Well, is that 3 outs? 2. 2 outs.
So did the runners. Okay. So that's going to get past the first baseman. And runner will be safe there on first. It'll be Kenzie Van Zant. So we'll have to check the scorebook and see score there because I'm not really sure. I thought that he had called the runner out at home earlier. I don't know if a run's been out. The scoreboard's still showing 4-0. So single there for Kenzie Van Zant. And now Braylee Campbell step to the plate. First pitch to her. Swung on. It's hit in the air. It's back behind the plate. Be foul. 0-1. We'd also like to thank Patel Law. They're located across from the Harlan Courthouse on Central Street. Thank you to them.
Don't forget HLT Check Exchange, located next to Huffman & Huffman in the Legacy Plaza.
Swung on, it's hit on the ground. First baseman there. She'll walk over and tap first. So nothing doing there for Hazard Perry. And we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hazard Perry leads 4-0, I believe. We'll be right back here on the Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network. Welcome back, bottom of the 5th inning. We had a scoreboard change, so actually both those runners that crossed the plate were safe, and now it is 6-0. Swing and a miss there, strike number 1 for number 13, Peyton Sherman. Oh, 1. It's high, ball number 1, 1-1. 1-1 pitch in the way. Swung on a miss, strike number 2. One, 2. Tri-City trying to get something going, trailing 6-0 in this one. Here comes the 1-2. It's in there, strike number 3. Good pitch there by Combs. That'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 11, the pitcher, Natalie Pendleton. Also like to thank good people at Countryside Flooring for all your flooring needs. They're located on Main Street in downtown Harlan. Phone number 606-505-0602 or 606-621-0562. Thank you to Countryside Flooring. I like that guy pretty well.
We all call him Ronnie, but what do you call him?
Dad.
Oh, yeah.
0-1. My dad and his store there, Countryside Flooring. Appreciate him.
You know, a lot of experience there. I mean, the Williams family's been doing flooring for how
Forever,
long?
Forever. Yeah, my whole life. That's what everybody always asked me when I was growing up. You going to do flooring? I said,
Been doing it since I was born.
I said, that's a negative on my end.
So here, I mean, here's a serious, dumb question,
Okay.
but could you lay floor right now if you need to?
No. I mean, I did some stuff. Like, I used to work there. I worked with them in the summers, swinging a miss, strike number 2. I worked there in the summers with them when I was a kid and a little bit when I was a teenager, but I think that I was more moral support and just a mouth to keep everybody, happy.
Yeah.
I always liked the free lunches, and so that they would provide for me. And when you get, as that ball
That's a
is
good
hit,
hit.
good job there by Pendleton hitting it over the shortstop's head. I think when you get, my papa's done flooring, my whole family pretty much has done. My dad's done flooring for a long time. When you get a bunch of Williams men together, it's not always the best thing.
I'd say it's always entertaining.
It's always
though.
entertaining. I don't know if it's a great thing, but yeah, no. So that I chose a different plot in life, and I'm thankful for that. But I'm thankful for the work that they've done. As Pendleton shows bunt there and hits it foul. Oh, 1. Pitch is way high. That just got away from Combs.
Did you feel targeted right there?
I did.
I think that one
Runners
was coming
gonna
at
go
you.
second, yeah.
So if you're laying flooring there and you get injured, you can always go to Clover Fork Clinic with locations in Harlan and Everett's.
1-1 pitch coming. It's hit in the air. Fields, it's going to drop. Runner's going to be safe at first, so good job. Both Pendletons are on base. Swung on, miss, strike 1 for Hubbard. So Tri-City's threatening here. They got 2 on and 1 out. Check swing is strike number 2, so 0-2. Oh, 2, 1 down, 2 runners on. Bottom of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch in the way is way high. Both runners are going to advance to second and third. So Tri-City with their first real opportunity here this evening to put some runners on the board and claw their way back into this one. One, 2. Swung on, foul tip, stays alive.
That one was close to hitting her hand.
Stay right here at 1 and 2. Pitch on its way. Swung on, it's hit in the air. It's a good bit of hit, and Hubbard's going to bring in 2 for Tri-City as both Pendletons will cross the plate, and Tri-City is in business. Hubbard will retreat back to first, and it's a 6-2 game. Swung on, it's hit in the air. First baseman underneath it. Can't make the play. Runner's safe at first, and the other runner's going to be safe at third. So now runners on the corners, and Tri-City is in business.
You know, that's the beauty of softball and baseball. Anything can happen. You're not out until that final out.
Emma Quillen will now step up looking to make something happen here as Hazard Perry's going to take a moment. talk about some things.
Don't think it's a pitching change. I think it's just a pep talk from the coach. See if it changes things with them.
So step back in here. Ball's in the dirt. That gets past the catcher. Runner's going to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Tri-Cities.
Show and bunt.
Quillen's
Pulls
gonna show,
back.
bump, pulls back. Pitch coming. Swung on, hit foul. Stays at 1-1. One. Tie, ball number 2. Two one. Ball's in the dirt. 3-1. Three-one pitch. Tie ball 4. Bases are going to be loaded for Tri-Cities. Man, what a turn of events that's happened here in the bottom of the 5th.
One good hit here can score this or can tie this game up.
And now Kaylee White's going to come up to the plate. First pitch coming. It's in there. Strike number 1. Good pitch by Combs to battle back. Oh, 1. It's hit hard, but that's going to go into foul territory. Pitch coming. Low. Good block by the catcher. Pitch coming. Hit. It's going to go foul. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3. Big out there for Combs. That's 2 outs for Tri-Cities. That's going to bring up number 5, Ella Creech. Base is still loaded. 2 outs. 6-2 game. First pitch is coming. It's outside. Ball number 1. Good block by the catcher. Tri-City still needs to make some more action happen. Pitch on its way. It's in there, strike number 1. 1-1 count. Comes the 1-1. Swung on, hit off the catcher's mask. It's going to be foul. So it goes to 1 and 2. This will be a huge out for Combs if she can get it. One, 2 on the way. Oh, that was close. Just misses. Evens up the count at 2 and 2. High. Comes a 2-2 from Combs. Tie, we go full count, 3-2. Huge moment right here, bases loaded. 2 outs, 3-2 game. Creech looking to keep the momentum alive for Tri-City. Here comes the 3-2. It is in there, strike number 3, and a big pitch for Combs. Tri-City scores 2, but leave 3 on base. It'll be our last and final inning here coming up on the Eastern Broadcasting Sports Streaming Network. Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. First pitch to Kaylee Hubbard is a swing and a miss for strike number 1. 0-1. It's low, ball 1. Swung on a miss. Strike number 2. 1-2 count. Man, Tri-Cities, I really had a rally going there. Just kind of dies out at the end of the bottom of the 5th inning. They did score 2, so they inched themselves just a little bit closer. They'll have to do some more damage in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hazard Perry's been great. They've been fantastic this whole game. They're trying to add a couple insurance runs here. 2-2 count to Hubbard. Pitch on its way. Swung on, foul tip. Over to the side. Stays right here at 2-2. Two pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Stay right here at 2-2. Two pitch on the way. Swung on, hit on the ground. Third baseman runs over. Pendleton throws to first. Throw is she's out. She steps off of first. She had it, but steps off there, and that's going to be out number 1. That was a close play. Good job there by Pendleton over at third to make a good throw. So 1 down, and that's going to bring up number 7, Haley Turner. First pitch on the way. It's in the dirt, ball 1. Swung on, hit right back to the pitcher. Pitcher throws it over to the first base, and that's out number 2. So 2 quick outs, and that'll bring the top of the lineup back up for Hazard Perry. It'll be Kendall Jones. She had an inside the park home run her last time up. She's been great today. First pitch on its way is outside, ball number 1. One up. Second pitch is inside, ball number 2. 2-0 count to Jones. Third pitch is outside. Hitters count 3-0. Pitch on the way. It's ball number 4. So Kendall Jones will walk on 4 pitches, and now Liza Combs will come to the plate. First pitch in the way. Strike number 1. Runner's going to try to take second. Good throw by Blair, but it gets not able to make the tag, and Kendall Jones will be safe at second. Second pitch is a ball, 1-1. Blair will throw it over to third. So I'm going to hit on the ground. Nice play by Pendleton. Throws over to first. That'll be out number 3. So Tri-City down to their final 3 outs. They trail this one 6-2. We'll be right back here on the Eastern Broadcasting Streaming Network. Bottom of the 6th, Tri-City down to their final 3 outs. Number 1, Sabrina Cornett is up to the plate. She fouls that first one off. 0-1. One pitch coming. It's hit in the air. It's going to be foul once again.
Ooh.
Cornett's fouled off 2. See if she can get one in play here.
That one just about got some fans in the bleachers.
Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 out for Tri-City. They're down to their final 2 outs. It'll be number 0, Unique York, trying to get something going here for Tri-City. First pitch. It's in there, strike number 1. Clips the outside corner. Oh, 1. Tie ball number 1. One pitch on the way. It's inside, ball number 2. Two-one pitch coming to Unique York. It's low, ball number 3, so hitters count here to York. Here comes the 3-1. It's in there, strike two. Good pitch there by Combs. Full count. Here comes the 3-2. It is low, and Unique York will be on base for Tri-City. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. Number 2, the catcher, Harper Blair, will step in. First pitch coming to Harper. Is low, gets past the catcher. Unique's taking off from first, going to second. Now Tri-City has a runner in scoring position. 1-0. Pitch on the way is low. It's ball 2. Unique York's going to take off and go to third. Now she's close to making this one run closer. 2-0 count. Hitters count for Harper Blair. It's hit on the ground. First baseman has it. She'll run and tag first. That'll be the second out of the inning. Unique York crosses home plate, so it is now a 6-3 game. But 2 outs for Tri-City. They're down to their final out. Number 13, Peyton Sherman, will come to the plate. First pitch in the weight. Swung on a miss. Strike number 1. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count. Sherman trying to stay alive. Hazard Perry trying to move on. That pitch is outside, barely misses. That'll be a ball. 1-2. Next pitch in the weight is also outside. Ball number 2. 2-2. Two pitch coming. It's outside. We go full count. 3-2. Good way to battle back by Sherman. Comes a 3-2. It is high. That'll be ball number 4. And Sherman battles all the way back, and Tri-City stays alive. Next up will be number 11, Natalie Pendleton. So still 2 outs here. Tri-City's hanging on to every little bit of hope they can. Combs trying to finish it out for Hazard Perry. First pitch in the weight. Swung on a hit on the ground. Shortstop's over there. She's going to throw it over second. That's going to be out number 3. And that'll do it. Hazard Perry All-Stars defeat Tri-City All-Stars 6-3 in one of our best games of this tournament. They're going to move on to play again. Great job by both of those two teams. They both have really solid teams, great coaches, and it was great getting to watch them play. We'll be back here in just a moment for our Players of the Game here on the Eastern Broadcasting Sports Network. Welcome back here. We have our players of the game. First, from Tri-City will be number 17, Carly Hubbard. Carly, how you feeling? You nervous?
Yeah.
Just a little bit? Okay. So, you guys, that was a great game. You guys fell just a little bit short, but you guys, I thought you played really well. How do you feel about the performance of your team?
Good.
You felt pretty good about it? Okay. So, how long have you been playing softball?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this. What is your favorite chant in the dugout? You all have a lot of different chants, so what's your favorite chant?
The one that goes RB, RBI.
RB, RB. Why do you like that one for?
I don't know.
Okay, so I've asked this some of the other teams tonight, some of the other girls. Do you play any other sports, or is it just softball?
I play volleyball and basketball.
So which one's your favorite?
Basketball.
Why basketball? What's your favorite position to play out here on the softball field?
Catcher.
Why catcher?
Because you can see everything on the field.
You see everything on the field. All right, who do you think, which teammate would you trust with your life?
Harper.
Why Harper for?
Because she's just Harper.
She's just Harper, and that's good enough. Well, listen, great gameplay. Congratulations for being one of our players of the game, and good luck along the way. Give you a fist bump. All right, and next up we have the person that she trusts the most, and that's going to be Harper Blair. Yeah, Harper, how are you?
Good.
Good. Okay, so you guys played. You played yesterday. Played today. It was really hot out there. Did you ever get tired?
No.
Not at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so how long have you been playing softball, Harper?
I'm pretty sure 5 years.
You've been playing 5 years. Do you play any other sports?
Yes.
What other sports do you play?
Softball, basketball, and volleyball and cheer.
All right, which one's your favorite?
Basketball.
Why basketball?
Because I can let out my anger.
Okay, all right. Listen, you played catcher. I was really impressed. You have a pretty good arm behind the plate. Anytime a girl would lead off, you were making them feel it over at third base. You did a very good job at that.
It took me a lot of years to
Did
get that.
it did so? Like, is that just something you had to constantly work on?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'll ask you, which teammate do you trust the most with your life? And Carly's kind of looking at you over here like, you better pick me. What do you think?
I have 2 people.
Okay, who are you 2 people?
Natalie
Okay.
and Carly.
Okay, who's the funniest person on your team?
Carly.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. Well, listen, congratulations. You guys played great. I look forward to continue seeing you play in the future. Good job.
Thank you.
That was our 2 players of the game from Tri-City, Carly Hubbard and Harper Blair. Both of them did a fantastic job. We'll bring up our 2 players of the game from Hazard Perry. Hello, okay. So we have Eliza Combs and Kendall Jones. All right. Ready to go? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. So now we have our players of the game from Hazard Perry. First up will be number 13, Eliza Combs. Eliza, we talked yesterday, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're just getting a pro at this now. You're just ready to be interviewed all the time, right? She's like, not really. All right, so you guys got the win today. How was this game different than your all's game yesterday?
It was different because I feel like my fielders had my back a lot more than they did yesterday, and
Okay.
I feel like we were out to win today.
Okay, so you guys will play again tomorrow? Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, you'll play again tomorrow. Do you feel like that you guys can build off this win today and then use that to kind of keep going in this tournament?
Yeah.
There was one time, Eliza, that there was a pitch that kind of got away from you, and it hit right up here in the press box, and I felt like you were throwing it at me. So were you trying to hit me in the press box?
No.
I don't believe that. See, that I don't know if I can trust you there. You pitched a great game. In the 5th inning, they scored a couple of runs. How were you able to kind of battle through that and get them out?
I was just thinking in my mind that you just got to trust your fielders and just do your best.
Well, listen, you did a great job. I'm hoping that the next time that you play, you will not try to hit me. And good luck along the way. It was good to talk to you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was Eliza Combs, and next up will be Kendall Jones. Kendall, great game.
Thank you.
You hit an inside-the-park home run tonight, one of the hardest hit balls that's been hit in the whole tournament, whirled all the way back to the fence. Here's one thing I noticed, and was you thinking home run the whole way?
Yeah.
I could tell. As soon as you took off, you were going. And, I saw your coach telling you to go on, but it seemed like to me, was you just going no matter what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell that. How long have you been playing, Kendall?
For about 7 or 8 years.
7 or 8 years. All right, so is softball one of your favorite sports? Do you play other things?
I play basketball and volleyball.
Okay, so which one's your favorite?
Probably basketball.
Why for?
It's just I don't know,
it's just
Yeah.
it's just good. It's good sport, right? Do you feel a little bit more confident after you guys were able to get the win here today?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good. Yeah, there was a ball that you hit earlier in the game. Might have been the second inning. You hit it right back to the pitcher. She made a really good play. But then the next time up, you hit every ball that you hit tonight was really hard. You're really solid in that leadoff spot. Do you think that you are the fastest player on the team?
Maybe.
You think
I don't know.
who would be the person that could be the closest to beating you in a race?
Probably Eliza.
So, Eliza, you think you could beat her?
No.
She's like, no chance. All right. So, I'll leave you with this. Who do you think is the player on your team that you trust the most?
Probably Eliza.
Probably Eliza. All right. So, it seems like you guys got a good connection. Listen, great game. Good luck the rest of the way. And listen, next time y'all play, like I told Eliza, make sure she's not trying to hit me in the head up here. All right. If you can do that for me. All right. That was Kendall Jones. Congratulations to her and Eliza Combs, our player of the game. And we will be back here tomorrow for more Little League All-Star softball tournament, some type at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors. We will see you tomorrow. Signing off for Eastern Broadcasting.
This has been a production of Eastern Broadcasting.